It's week 2 of the National Football League, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Colts and the Texans, next on Madden NFL 24.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Let's go. Straight up.
They'll run with the former Bill, Zach Moss. And now off to the races, down the right side, inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Moss, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback. The second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity, because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
They'll start with the option. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Well, look now at the 2023 draft class for the Texans, and people are still talking about the move they made, trading up in the first round, becoming the 3rd team ever to make 2 of the draft's first 3 selections.
And what a bold move they made, considering what they gave up. But for a team rebuilding like the Texans, I think that was a move they felt like they had to make. Got the quarterback C.J. Stroud, pass rusher Will Anderson Jr. They're going to be the faces of the Houston franchise going forward.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep for the Colts, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or 2, hoping someone comes into contact.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now the numbers for Pierce last week, 10 carries, 69 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now a throw here to his running back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Texans had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Richardson looking to throw this. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second down. Here's Richardson. And that's incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time,
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that. And anytime he didn't get rid of the ball with amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him This is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Hey, roll.
Now Richardson back to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch play for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Colt defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Here we go.
Stroud out of the gun here. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And Stroud now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Richardson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It's a pickup of 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And a pressure gets to him again. Will Anderson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1? Who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
It'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Stroud to throw it. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce from 4 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That escapes the sack. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That is caught. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Rolling to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
C.J. Stroud
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's got Pierce.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Throw right side going to be complete to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd and 5. Now Richardson.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got it. Ready?
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Packers trying to even their mark at 1-1 after dropping their opener a week ago. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Chris Moore, a touchdown reception. We were witness to a solid first half from this year's number 2 overall pick rookie, C.J. Stroud. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Stroud keeps it. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Caught left side, here's Dell.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. A give, Singletary right side. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. Second down and 3. Singletary again, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, here's Stroud.
They throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. In motion, the tight end. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he stopped immediately there.
Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So illegal touching, Charles. If you set foot out of bounds as a receiver, you can't be the first to touch it.
You nailed it on that one. You've got to be mindful of the sideline.
Richardson to throw off play action. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Richardson.
His throw incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. And en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On the option, they'll hand it to Moss. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll run the screen with Moss.
Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And here comes the Texans now.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This is intercepted.
He's to the 10.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
6 defenders and 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking over the middle, and there's a diamond catch. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I pinned the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process. And that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Stroud working out of the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Stroud off the play fake. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 28 yards. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Taken in by Downs. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's
going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here on the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Stroud.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan.
But now it'll be third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud on third down now. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a first and 10.
This is first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back.
Here comes second down.
They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On first down, they stick with Singletary.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those.
They'll come up now. Second and 9. Stroud to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now he brings up third down. And this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Here's Stroud.
Flush to his right.
Into the hands of Singletary. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. 3rd down. Here's a run by Morris.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Richardson to throw it.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. The connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Left side, he finds Pierce.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Richardson off the play fake.
And this one is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for Indianapolis, it was a great all-around.